Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today. It's a beautiful, gorgeous, sunny day. We got lots of snow the other day. It looks wintry and pretty and bright, and even though I hate winter, to be honest, I could admit that this looks pretty good. So today we are going to start our video on microgreens. Stay tuned. So last night I prepared the soil. There's many ways and different things that you can use. You can use mats. They're like almost sort of like a jute type. I don't know what it's made out of. I think there's something to do with coconut. It's called COR, C-O-R, and that's what a lot of people use for microgreens. The thing I don't like about it, it's not cheap and it's not reusable. So when you use it for a tray of greens, when you harvest that tray, you have to throw that out. And that just kind of goes against my grain. So I'm experimenting today with a ProMix potting soil. And in order to use soil, it has to be wet the night before. So as you saw in the video, I mixed soil with water in a bag and I leave it sit overnight. The other thing I've used in the past was peat moss, and it worked really good every time I used it until last summer. And I don't know what happened, but one of the trays, my seeds went moldy, and that kind of freaked me out, and it was a different bag of peat moss. So I don't know if it was the peat moss. I don't know if it was because it was summer and warm. If I just had it too wet, I don't know. But I was afraid to use it again this time. I will experiment again because I have a whole bag of it, and it did work well. It's fluffy, it's light. The other thing I'd like to try, there's a ProMix medium. It's got no nutrients in it, which is okay for sprouts because you're not trying to grow a plant, you're just getting 3 to 4 inch sprouts. So all the nutrition that you're going to want is in that seed and concentrated in that 3 to 4 inch sprout. So I'd like to get that sometime, but we're going to try it this time with the potting soil, see how it goes. Yeah. So I've soaked my soil. The next thing I have to do is soak my seeds. So I have a variety of seeds here, and the two I've used for microgreens, and I love them both, is the black oil sunflower seed, which is this one, and then the speckled pea. And I have a hard time deciding which one I like best because I love them both. So these seeds have to be soaked. One is 4 to 6 hours, I think, and the other 6 to 8, so that they'll be ready at the same time. Sorry, having tea. I'm going to do 6 hours so that they're both done at the same time. So these are the trays I'm going to use. I'm not ready for them yet. I have trays that have holes and trays that are solid for underneath. I'm putting a 1/4 cup of seed in each jar, and I'm going to fill this up, swish them around, drain it, and then fill it up again just to soak them for the 6 hours. So there's the sunflower. Actually, these are the sunflower. I did put 2 different kinds, right? No, I didn't. Well, then I'm going to have 2 trays of sunflower. And these are the speckled pea. So I won't be doing radish. I am going to do some radish sprouts, not microgreens. When you're using smaller seeds like radish, broccoli, rapini, I have a sandwich booster mix, broccoli brassica blend. There's two different ones. Broccoli sprouts are so good for you. I will look up more information and try and post it in the video. I'm just hearing more and more about how good broccoli and broccoli sprouts are. The only thing I don't like about them is they smell. So these are going to soak now for 6 hours. Make sure everything's down in the water. And it is now 11:47. So I'm going to say start at 12. So these seeds, they wanted me to put in my sprouting jars with the lid on it, but I wanted to get sprouts going today. So instead, I'm just going to put coffee filters over the jars and put the lid, the ring on the jar. And I've done that I do that actually when I'm making kombucha. I put coffee filters over the top of my kombucha jar. And it lets air in and out. I did it too when I was making my wet sourdoughs for bread. Okay, so these are supposed to be soaked for 12 hours. So I'm just putting 1 tablespoon in. These are probably my favorite sprouts. They're so good on a sandwich. There's a bit of spice to them. Put that. And I'm going to try the broccoli brassica. Actually, I might use this up. This is broccoli rapini. So I don't know the difference. I did know it when I bought them. I don't retain a lot of details well. I just read it, find out what I need to know, and move on. And it too is, well, I think it says 12. I'll find out when I put my glasses on. You'd think I'd do that, but no, I haven't. So I'm going to rinse them. And these come with a like perforated lid, and then fill it up. Well, not fill it, but. So I'm not sure I'm going to do 12 hours because that would be midnight. Now these sprouts are going to be rinsed twice a day. I think I might end up leaving them till the morning because I don't want to not soak them long enough because they might not germinate as well. So that's it for right now. I'll be back and I'll film tonight when I'm actually putting the soil in, putting the seeds on top, and I'll show you the process from there. These I'm going to leave till the morning because I'm not getting up at midnight, and I can almost guarantee, oh, I know what it was. That was my tea bag leaking. I'm not getting up at midnight. I can almost guarantee I won't be still up. If by some miracle I am, I will drain and rinse them then. So we'll be back. Okay guys, so this is day 2. So actually was still up around 11 o'clock last night, so I drained the sprouting seeds then, and now it's morning and I'm going to rinse them for the first time. They will be rinsed twice a day. I use cold water. I put some in through the top because the seeds tend to get stuck up in the top because you are leaving them on a slant to drain after they're rinsed. So I just swish them around, and I use my dish drainer rack This did have a, you'll see it on my other one, it did have a prop that you could put it on a bowl or whatever, and it would hold the jar at a right angle, but this one broke, so I'm just going to rest it in here. Like this, just up against my plate holder in the dish rack. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. And you don't need a lot of water, especially at this point, because it's just the seeds. So I just rain it, and this is the prop up thing that should have been on the other one, but it broke off. I've had it for a while. So don't imagine much has happened. Although you do see some splitting already. I don't know if you can see that. Those little white dots on there are the seeds starting to open up. So that's our peas. And these are our sunflowers. If I remember correctly, I think the peas sprouted quicker, but you do see some white starting at the end of those seeds. So that's it for today, guys. Let's put this back together, keep it weighted, keep it dark, and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so this is day 2 after, it's actually day 3, because we set everything up one day, we checked it yesterday, and this is the next day. So look at the sprouts that have come up already on the pea sprouts. And then here are the sunflower, and they too are all starting to sprout. So that's good. So I checked the moisture level, and it still seems, well, it's maybe a tiny bit dry. I'm going to use a spray bottle with water and just mist the top. This is the bottom tray. Yeah, so I'm just going to mist the top. And here are our sprouts. So I rinsed these this morning. I'll rinse them again before I go to bed. But you can see it's hard in the jar. So these are sprouting. You can see the little sprouts starting. And then I think these are the brassicas. So they're not coming along as quickly. I don't really see any sprouts starting. Maybe a tiny bit, but not sprouting nearly as quickly as these radish. And that's okay. They all kind of germinate at different rates. So this is actually an oil spritzer spray bottle that I just fill with water. I use it for my sourdough sometimes. So I'm just going to spray each tray just with a light spray because I don't want to soak it. And I'm going to put this one on the top because it's been on the bottom all these days. This is the second tray of sunflowers. And then the peas. I gotta pump it up. So just giving it a light spray. Should I get the edges? There, I think we're good. So I'm gonna pile these all up again. So I'm gonna put these on the bottom. this one that was on the top, I think. Doesn't really matter. And this one on top. And the lid and the weight. So we'll be back tomorrow. Okay guys, so this is now day 4. And look at the sprouts on those sunflowers today. That's overnight. I spritzed them last night with water, if you remember. That's overnight, that change. That's just the sunflowers. This is the second tray of sunflowers. See those sprouts coming up? And then these are the speckled pea. So I don't know if you can see how these sprouts are growing down. As we go into, when I take these, actually I could almost do it now. I'm going to give it one more day. Then I will take the weight and the tops off, flip the tops over, and put all of it in a dark bag, and they will start growing straighter instead of turned like that. I'm going to put the peas, the higher sunflowers, and then the ones that are shorter and have no green showing, I put them on top. And then we're going back in with our empty tray and our bottle of juice. Okay, so here are my sprouts. So these are the ones that we couldn't see any sprouting on yesterday, and I see white ones coming up. So these are the broccoli rapini. So they're starting to germinate and sprout. I have them in water right now. I'll drain them when we're done, but I just thought maybe you could see the sprout action better in the water. So you can see those little sprouts. And then this is the radish sprouts. These are my favorite. So again, you can see they're sprouting quite well. There's a lot of white in there. So I was going to leave them standing up in the jar after draining, but I'm not now because I'm really concerned about them being too wet and going moldy. So they're going back in here to drain, and I will leave them upside down for the night until I do them again tomorrow morning. Now, once they start, I don't know, we'll see. I've done these so many times, but it's been a while, so I forget my exact steps that I used each time. So I think I'll leave them on their sides every time, even once the sprouts start growing, because I really don't like it. I don't want them turning brown. I just want nice, fresh sprouts. So this is day 4. Okay, guys, so it's day 5. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, look at those babies. These are the sunflowers. These are sunflowers. And these are the peas. So today we're doing something different. So today, and this is why I usually do 2 trays at a time, because I'm now short a couple covers. But you take one tray, put it on top, and leave it in the dark. This is how it would be. You want to keep them dark. I'm going to put them in a green garbage bag and just put it loosely over them, because you will see that they will grow up really tall and straight. My sprouts I've already rinsed today, so again it makes it hard to see the sprouts, but these broccoli rapini are starting to sprout, as are these radish. These are doing really well. So these are obviously quicker than the broccoli. So it's going to be a couple days at least yet. And I'm not sure that they shouldn't be in the dark, but I don't think I've ever done them in the dark. So it'll be fine. Okay, so it's time to check on our sprouts today. So I have all 3 trays, and instead of putting them in garbage bags, watch out, Gotti. Come on. Good boy. I just laid the garbage bags over them. That way, it's not really wasting garbage bags, but it's doing what I need it to do and just tucking it in around the edges so that we're not letting light in. So let's see what we've done overnight. Oh my goodness. Look at the length on these now. And these are the peas. Those were the sunflowers. These are the peas. And look how much straighter those shoots have come up. Now, the one thing you'll notice with sunflowers is it takes a while for these shells to come off, the hulls. So sometimes I have to just brush them off manually. But oh my gosh, I'm excited. We're getting there, guys. Like it won't be long. And these ones, like I'm loving this. I'm so excited. Honestly, with the price and quality of lettuce and greens right now, you can bet that we are going to make good use of these. I put them in soup, not cooking them. I put it in after the soup's heated up in my bowl. I just garnish it with these because they are nutrition packed. Just a few of these in your bowl. You wouldn't believe the amount of nutrition you get. It's so easy just to add nutrition. So between the microgreens and the sprouts I'm growing, it can go on sandwiches, it can go on all kinds of things. So let's get this covered back up. I'm just going to, again, just drape this over. I have 2 garbage bags because one wouldn't go all the way across. Make sure they're flat and tuck in tight to the edges so that light doesn't get in. If you gave it light right now, they would not grow as tall. They grow tall looking for light. So you want to keep them dark for a couple days at least. Having said that, the next time I'm going to uncover the pea shoots earlier because they got pretty tall and really taller than they need to be, and I like more leaves. Because they will green up really quick. You want to leave them dark until you get them to the length that you want. Okay, let's go check the sprouts. Okay, so these are the broccoli rapini. They're all stuck at the top of the lid. So I'm just going to put some water in. Give them a really good swish. And so they're coming, but they are definitely slower than the radish sprouts. Drain them off. And then these are the radish, and they are growing quite well, and I'm so excited for these because these are my favorite by far for sandwiches. I just eat them as a snack. So they're doing really well. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so I think this is day 8. I missed yesterday. I have no clue what day it is, except that it's harvest day. These are coming down. They're starting to flop over, and you can see all these holes on the table. They're definitely shedding their seed tops. So that saves me having to pick them all off. And then these are the pea sprouts. Look at the length of those guys. So these are going to be awesome. So I'm making a big pot of soup today, and some of these I will be eating in my soup. After it's heated, I will put it in my bowl and put these on top. And you only need just very few just to add some significant nutrition. So it's been a blast. Try it. Let me know if you try it.